The skill level alone, now of course, there is a size difference, a height difference and all that, but he's just gonna struggle so much landing a shot. You know, it's just gonna look bad.
I really like Jake a lot, you know, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
When in your career are you going to actually fight a contender in your weight class and not do gimmick fights?
In a stunning twist, boxing icon Mike Tyson made an unexpected appearance at the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Tank Davis press conference, sending shockwaves through the arena with a fiery warning aimed directly at the YouTuber-turned-fighter. Tyson didn't hold back, telling Jake to fight like your life depends on it, making it crystal clear that stepping into the ring with a savage technician like Davis is no joke.
We saw Jake Paul's fat body videos, and if you think he's taking his training seriously for you.
Listen, I think he's taking it very, very seriously, because his health depends on it. And yeah, he's nobody I'm not looking past him. I'm taking him lightly at all.
What started as hype has now evolved into one of boxing's most talked about events. The highly publicized Paul vs. Davis showdown has officially been classified as an exhibition, a decision made largely due to the enormous difference in weight and size between the two men. Regulatory bodies like the Florida Athletic Commission refused to sanction it as a professional contest because of the physical mismatch. Under the newly agreed rules, the two will face off in 10 3-minute rounds using 12-ounce gloves. And yes, knockouts will count. What's new this time is the judging format. To human judges and one AI scoring system.
Jake Paul versus Tank fight is getting really weird. Gervonta looks scared for his life because the rules are out. They're crazy. Oh, so everyone thought that the fight was at 190. He said it's at 195, and this weight difference is scaring the life out of little Tank.
Over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The next dispute comes with the gloves. Little Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Baby glove. This fight will be in 12. Hands might be too small. Also, Tank just fought in a 12 3-minute round fight against Roach. Yes, and now he's fighting in 10 3-minute rounds, which isn't too bad. Well done, Jake. Exhibition though, can he win? Yes, he can actually win. It will be overlooked by 3 sanctioned judges. So he can actually still win and knock him out. But here's the trick. It's body punches only. And there's a reason. That's because Tank said, look, this is a bit unfair. I don't want to punch up. I want to punch at my head height. Where does it fall? At Jake Paul's belly. Oof. So apparently we've heard there's no knockdown rules, but aside from that, it's pretty well-rounded fight. Oh yeah, and there's some drug testing involved. But Jake Paul for the win.
A first-of-its-kind move designed to inject more objectivity into the result. Reports from Davis's training camp reveal that he's been bulking up dramatically, now walking around close to 160 pounds, a significant increase for a fighter who has never officially competed above the 135-pound lightweight limit. This strategic weight gain, while still short of Jake's natural frame, brings him much closer to the agreed-upon catch weight for their exhibition bout. The added muscle could make him more durable and enhance his already terrifying knockout power, turning him into a far more dangerous and unpredictable.
Gervonta Tank Davis, it's my prediction that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to weigh in on the night of the fight against Jake Paul, knocking on 160 pounds. Don't be surprised if he's 157 pounds, something like that. You guys see this footage? Look at Tank. Now, if you know what you're looking at, the guy must be around 150 right now, 153, something like that. And you can really tell when he's sideways. When you look at him sideways and see the depth. See, from the front view, you can't really tell. But when he turns sideways, the guy is a wrecking ball. He's literally a baby rhino out there. And I think that is the idea for him to bulk up and be a little powerhouse out there. And I'm all for it. I'm gonna tell you in this video why I think that's the best thing for Tank and why I think he will be knocking on 160 pounds.
Respected boxing analyst Teddy Atlas has called Gervonta Tank Davis the most complete fighter in the sport today. He praises Tank not only for his raw power and finishing instincts, but also for his high-level counterpunching, his ability to set traps, manage distance, and think 2 or 3 moves ahead inside the ring. Atlas believes that combination of intelligence, patience, and precision makes Davis the only elite lightweight.
The only other time he was in for the fans to get mad with that was against Fury's Tommy Fury, but it wasn't that level, obviously, and all the size things you just rightfully pointed out. But he would have been in there with, I mean, it seemed crazy. You're going to go in there with a guy who was a 2-time heavyweight champ and a gold medalist? Wow. Even though the guy's, at a twilight part of his career, still.
And you've given a lot of credit and props to Jake Paul on this show of helping get more eyeballs to the sport, but the way he takes it serious and goes about his approach and his work to this craft, that he does take it seriously. With that being said, when he announces Tank Davis, I'm getting tired of these gimmick fights and him loading the deck up. Whether it was Chavez Jr. or an old Mike Tyson, or we could go on and on with some of the UFC guys and the great Anderson Silva at 46 years of age. Tank Davis, great fighter, current fighter, world champion. We know how good he is. Been a top 10 pound for pound guy for you for the last few years now. But he's 5'5" and 135 pounds. This sounds like it would be a 195 pound fight, an exhibition. Wouldn't count on their records. Not a whole lot of other details other than it will be in November, and it sounds like in Atlanta. But I've said enough. I just want to hear your take. What do you make of this news, Jake Paul and Tank Davis?
But, and I'm smiling a little bit. But back in the day, I love the 1800s, 1700s, my friend out there, 1700s, whatever. But I love the old time fighters. They were catchweights. And there was guys like Sam Langford. I know Sam Langford shouldn't even be comparing him with this because...
However, former world champion Carl Froch has sounded the alarm, warning that Paul's sheer size and unorthodox punching strength could be a real problem. Froch cautioned that Davis isn't used to absorbing that kind of power, especially from a man who walks around nearly 65 pounds heavier. His comments echo growing concerns across the boxing world that this fight blurs the line between competitive sport and dangerous spectacle.
Just here at Los Naranjos in Viva, España, and I found out that Gervonta Davis is now fighting Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was supposed to be fighting AJ. Eddie Hearn announced 99% done, which we've just spoke about. What next for AJ? Potentially Jake Paul. But it now looks like that Jake Paul is fighting one of Anthony Joshua's legs. He's fighting Gervonta Davis, somebody who's a quarter of his size. I don't even know what's going on. Has Eddie Hearn been played? Let me know what you think. But the AJ fight with Jake Paul's finished. Gervonta Davis, fake Paul, November. I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing. This is an absolute joke. What next for AJ? We'll get into this, and there's so many questions I want to get into in the next episode. But hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick update because the news has just come in. And I'm just trying to relax and play a bit of golf, and I can't. I've got to get it off my chest. I'm going to add it to this video. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit like, share, and subscribe to the best channel in the business, Froch on Fighting, and we'll see you very soon.
After Jake Paul's impressive win over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., analysts began asking the real question: is Jake finally ready to face true top 15 or top 20 contenders? Rising prospect Emiliano Vargas weighed in on whether Paul deserves that level of opposition yet. While much of the boxing community remains split, promoter Eddie Hearn acknowledges Jake's rapid progress, but insists he hasn't yet earned elite status, arguing that more established fighters still deserve those rankings first. This ongoing debate highlights the growing tension around Jake Paul's rise, a collision between entertainment and authenticity, spectacle and sport. And as November 14th approaches, one thing is absolutely clear: whether it's about legacy or risk, this fight is already shaping up to be one of the most polarizing events boxing has ever seen.